Hey guys, welcome to week 3, day 1 of the Start Moving series. Hopefully by now you're feeling pretty good, doing these movements, opening up your posture, working on balance, and then doing the walking program. Again, if you have any questions and concerns, if you're struggling with a way to get something done or how to change it for your lifestyle, feel free to send me an email, brittanythornton@atlasergo.com. Let's get right into it. So today is going to be the first time we're actually going to get on the floor just for the beginning part of our exercises. We'll be doing that from now on through the different classes. So you will still need a chair, but you also need a little bit of floor space. It would be nice to have a mat, but you don't have to have one. Okay, I'm going to tilt this down so you can see a little more onto the floor. All right. For this first thing, all we're going to do is some breathing. So instead of doing our standing movement breathing, we're going to do resting breathing on the ground. Now what I want you to do is you're going to put one hand on your lower belly, kind of like at your belt line, and then the other one on your upper chest. And as we breathe in, you're going to inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And I want you to think about when you inhale to fill all of your torso. So you should fill through the belly, you should fill through the chest, and then you should exhale and let it all the way out. So making big, deep inhales and full exhales the whole time. So you'll see that my hands will kind of move up and down as I breathe. So we're going to inhale, 5 count, and exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go again. Inhale. And exhale for 5 count. Inhale, and again, you should have both hands moving. And exhale. One more big breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. Now that's something you can use throughout your day to help calm your nervous system. So if you're having a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, just breathing can physiologically calm your body down. And being able to belly breathe as well as breathe through your chest are both important at different times. So working on being able to move both of those areas as you inhale and exhale is really important. Great, okay, since we're down here on the ground, we're gonna do some cat-cow. So this is good, it's kind of like we did in the chair last week. It's good for moving your spine. So on hands and knees here, your hands are kind of right under your shoulders, not too far up high, and then knees right under the hips. And then you're gonna inhale as you drop your chest and you look up. Now this you'll recognize as some of the extension things we've done with the neck before, we've done with the mid-back before. And then as you exhale, you're gonna curl everything towards the ceiling and drop your head down. Then go back and inhale, drop your chest to the floor, belly to the floor, and look up. Really important to use your head and neck during this. And then exhale, curl your spine to the ceiling and drop your head down. A lot of people will just do it with their back and not with their neck. And inhale, look up, drop the belly to the ground, and really push your chest forward, opening up that mid-back. And then exhale, curl your spine and drop your head completely. Let your head really relax. Let's do one more. Chest to the ground, head up. And exhale, curl your spine to the ceiling, drop your head and relax it. Good. That's another one that's just good to do throughout your day. You can do either that chair version that we did last week or the floor version, whichever one you're able to get to. Okay, we're gonna do both of those one more time. So we're gonna do 5 inhale, exhales, and then 5 cat-cows. So again, laying on the ground, one hand on your chest, one hand on your belt line. And we're gonna inhale, 4, 5, raising both chest and belly, and then exhale, 3, 4, 5. Think about getting more air in each time. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale again. And exhale through the mouth. And I want you to think about expanding your lungs on this next one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, even a little more. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more, and inhale, feel your belly rise, feel your chest move. And exhale, 3, 4, 5. Good. Back on hands and knees. Do some cat-cow, so hands right into the shoulders, knees right into the hips. And we're going to inhale as we drop the chest, really push your shoulder blades back in together. Look up, tailbone high. And exhale as you curl your spine to the ceiling, drop your head, let your neck totally relax. And inhale, chest down, head up. And exhale, curl chin to chest. And inhale, drop the belly, let it totally relax, looking up. And exhale, curl and tuck the chin. And inhale, look up, shoulder blades together. And exhale, push your back up towards the ceiling. Let's do one more. Inhale, belly down, and exhale. Good. All right, now we are nice and warmed up. This next thing we're going to do, you're going to need your chair. We're going to do what's called an isometric contraction. It means we're going to create force with our muscles, but we're not going to actually move anything. So what you want to do is sit kind of forward on your chair, and you're just going to sit up tall, not really pushing your chest forward, arching your back. We also don't want to be slumped. We just want to think if I could look taller through the top of my head. That's what you want to do. You're going to put your hands on your knees, and you're just going to push your hands into your knees. If you do that for just a second, you'll feel that your core kind of activates. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold that for a 10 count. So we're going to push 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Good. We're going to do that 3 times, so it totals 30 seconds. So we're going to go again, just sitting tall, and push 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Totally let it go. One more, and push 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Great. All right, we're going to alternate that with the neck range of motion. So again, sitting up nice and tall, and you're just going to go chin up towards the ceiling. Remember, again, not laying your head back, more just thinking chin up to the ceiling. And then tuck the chin, bring it down to your collarbone, feel a little choke in the throat, and go up again. If this is a little painful to do this extension, you can always interlace your fingers behind your neck and just kind of limit the motion. And go down, tuck chin to chest. Again, like a cinnamon roll, we're tucking in, we're not just laying our head forward. And let's go up, chin to the ceiling, breathe, really relax those shoulders, let them just rest. And then tuck down. You might feel a little pull down your mid-back with this, that's okay. Up again, chin to chin, or chin up to the ceiling. Breathe. And tuck chin to chest, breathe through your nose. And relax. Good. Okay, going back to those isometrics. I call this a desk plank. Okay, let's sit up tall, and we're gonna push and hold. And I say that because you can do this same thing instead of on your knees on a desk. And it'll get that core activated while you're sitting there. Relax. So if you're sitting anywhere, and you can do this on a bus as well, you can push down on the steering wheel or push down on the desk, and it'll get that good core activation that we just don't get when we sit a lot. Okay, and push. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Relax. Let it go. And one more, and push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and relax. Good. Okay, let's do the neck range of motion again. So relaxing the shoulders, sit up tall, and go chin up. Feel a good stretch in the front, and tuck the chin, roll down, chin to your collarbone, and then up. Take a breath, and down, tuck the chin, up again, and down. Keep going up, and when you do the down specifically, you want to feel the stretch. Okay, and go down, tuck chin to chest. But you don't want to push more. So just feel the stretch and hold. So if you feel it pull kind of down the back of your neck or back here, just hold there. Okay, let's go up one more time. And tuck down. Like I said before, you don't want to push into a stretch to the point past stretch into pain. You just want to find the stretch and hold there and relax, specifically with our neck, right? Good, okay. So the next little series is going to be first starting in your chair, and we're gonna again work on that upper back for our posture. So sitting here, I just want you to reach back, and you're gonna give yourself just a little bit of help with your hands. So I'm rotating my shoulders, and then I'm just holding myself there with my hands. I'm not pushing. This isn't like cracking your back. I want you to use your muscles to get there, and then your hands just kind of assist. So I'm maybe putting like 20% pressure, and then we're gonna go the other way and just rotate. See how far you can go, and then hold there for a second. Good, and back and forth. And you know, with this thoracic rotation, switch to the other side, you'll find that at different days, switch again, or at different times a day, it's better or worse. Switch again. If you haven't been moving a lot, it might be really stiff. Switch again. Make sure to look with the eyes where you're turning. Get a little neck range motion. Turn again. And switch one more side. Good. Yeah, so throughout the day, you might find you start off being able to do a lot of it, and then in the afternoon, suddenly you're a lot stiffer. Or if you didn't sleep well and you're super tense, you might have less motion than other days when you are super rested and feeling good. Don't worry about it, just do the motions and it's good for you no matter what. Okay, let's do some balance. I know, our favorite. Again, you can use something to help. We are gonna go a little bit longer this week, sort of 45 seconds. I would encourage you, if you're still using assistance, start off without it, and then if you need it, just touch it. So have it close to you, wall, chair, whatever it is, foot on the ground, and just have it close to you, but try to do as much as you can without the assistance. Okay, we're gonna do 45 seconds and go. Again, you can do hands on hips, hands out to the side is fine. I like hands on hips, and I like to bring my leg up. If you need more difficulty, well, one, we're already holding it for longer, but you can also close your eyes, turn your head side to side, look around with your eyes. If you're struggling, you can stare at a single spot, and that will help you keep your balance. You also want to think about all four corners of your foot stay flat on the ground. So it's that wobbling that really makes us unstable. 5 more seconds. Stay tall, eyes on the horizon, and relax. Good. Let's switch to the other side and go. So no matter what you're doing, tall, good posture, that's what we're here for, right? Head up, not staring down at the ground. If you're gonna stare at something, I like to find the corner of the wall to the ceiling and stare at that. Sometimes you need a little touchdown, not a problem. Thinking about your big toe, little toe, both sides of your heel all stay flat. It's really common to kind of teeter to the outside of the foot. You really want to keep your big toe knuckle on the floor and your little toe knuckle at the same time. Kind of hard to do, actually, depending. And relax. Nice. Okay. Next thing we're going to do, you can use your chair. I'm going to use the table because it's a little more stable. Remember, if you have a rolling chair, to shove it up against something. But we're going to do push-ups like we did on the wall, but now we're going to do them on the chair or on the table or counter or whatever you've got. You might find that maybe the desk height is a little too low for you. You can use your counter if you're at home, or just figure out what works for you. So hands on top, and you're going to walk your feet back. Your body's in a nice straight line, so we don't want to be butt back, right? Nice straight line. And we're just going to do 5 push-ups where we bring our chest to the table or the chair and come back up. Now, the one thing I want you to pay attention to is your elbows should not be out here. They should be 45 degrees into your body or closer. So let's go 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. So to give you a front visual of those elbows, they shouldn't be out to the side, 45 degrees into your body or closer. This is fine. This is also fine. This is not. That's the idea. Okay. Let's go back down to sitting in our chair. or some thoracic rotation. So sitting up nice and tall, like you want to be taller, and then we're going to turn off to the side, use our muscles, look with our eyes, and then we're going to provide just a little help with our hands, and then switch. Turn, 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 little help. This time you can push just a little over pressure and relax. So I'm using my hands, I'm not just going to hold, I'm going to push just another centimeter, just a centimeter, not more than that. Okay, turn with the eyes, and push just a little, and relax. Use the muscles, turn the other way, push just a little, switch, turn, push, switch, turn, push, switch, push, turn. Use your muscles first, then add a little pressure with the hands. Turn, push, turn, look with the eyes, push. If it's comfortable for your neck, really turn your neck a lot. Go the other way, push, switch, turn, push, turn, push. And if pushing is uncomfortable, just don't do it. Listen to your body. Turn, push. One more on each side. Turn, push. See if you can look a little further this time. Last one, turn and push. Very nice. Okay. Balance. And go. Now, one thing that I noticed with balance, for my side, my left side is pretty stable and strong. I don't really think about it too much, but my right side's a little more wobbly. And that's okay, but what we want to do is catch up the side that's lagging behind to the other one. So here I find my foot stays pretty flat and stable, whereas on my right side my foot tends to teeter. So what I'm going to do this next time is I'm going to use a little help when I do my wobbly foot. So I want to have my foot stay flat is more important than me just balancing but having my foot wobble all over the place. 5 more seconds. Hopefully feel your foot working a little bit and relax. So on this side, you might see my foot has a tendency to really wobble. Okay, and go everybody. And so I'm going to put my fingers here so that my foot stays flat. And I'm going to work on keeping my toes flat from big toe to little toe. So that's where my problem lies, is my big toe wants to kind of come up off the ground. So I'm going to use this, but I'm going to make my foot work. It's not just about using the help. It's about using the help to get the right activation of your muscles. So I noticed my weight was just shifting forward a little bit. I'm going to find the middle again. And using this to create the good stability that will then create the ability to not have to use the help. That's the goal. Breathing. Check in tall again, eyes on the horizon. 5 more seconds. And relax. Nice. Okay. Let's go back to those push-ups. So get your chair situated or move to your desk. So again, we're talking about elbows 45 degrees or in. And something I want you to think about this time is that when you start to go down, you're going to let your shoulders come back, your shoulder blades come together, and your elbows come down. So let's do one like that. So it's not just about bending your elbows. And let's go 2, shoulders are back, and then push it all the way. 3, you're opening your chest on the way down. 4, and 5. Nice, good work. Contrary to popular belief, push-ups, they do use the muscles in your chest so they can tighten your chest, but I find that when you go down, if you let your chest open, like this, then you actually are opening up that good posture a little bit. Okay, one more round of these. These are the bread and butter of today's class. So this time we're only going to do 5 rotations each way because right by now our spine should be nice and warmed up. Our thoracic is nice and able to move. So we're going to rotate, little pressure, switch, 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 and one last time, switch. Good, relax. Okay, you should be feeling that anywhere in this area. From the middle kind of lower back all the way up. That's what we want to be feeling there. Okay, let's go back to balance. 45 seconds and go. Again, having a shoe on is easier, so if you can do this without shoes, that's the best way to do it. Thinking about spreading those toes, big toe, little toe, stay flat. Your weight is right in front of your ankle joint, so it's kind of in the middle of your arch. That's the ideal. Tall, eyes on the horizon. If you have your knee up, keep it up high, don't let it sink down. And breathe, that too. Last balancing on this foot. Let's make it a good one. 10 more seconds, breathe. Relax, nice, okay? Set the other foot, big toe, little toe, both sides of the heel, and go. If you can start to not use the help, do that. Tall through the top of the head, eyes on the horizon. Breathe. Sometimes we forget to breathe. 5 more seconds. Tall. Relax. Nice. Last set of push-ups. Elbows 45 degrees are in. We're going to open that chest when we go down. Up on the toes. And go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Awesome. Okay. Next, we're going to sit back down in our chair. And we're going to do a figure 4 stretch. So, getting your ankle up on your opposite knee. And there's a couple different ways you can do this. I'm going to do the kind of conventional way, and then I'll show you a couple modifications. So sitting up nice and tall, not letting yourself slouch. Sitting up nice and tall, you might just feel a stretch. It's going to be back in this hip pocket is where you're going to feel the stretch. If you already feel it here, perfect, just sit there. To add more, you can push down on the knee. You do want to make sure when you push, you don't lean your body like this, because that's not really getting more stretch, that's just adjusting. So sitting up tall and pushing down and keeping your torso in the same position. If you can't get your ankle up on your knee, there's a couple things you can do. Sit to the front of your chair and you can bring your leg down. So if you straighten your leg out a little bit more, it's easier to get this up, and then you can kind of find where the stretch is. If you don't really feel a stretch here, which would be amazing, honestly, but you never know. What I actually want you to do is then pull up on your knee. So just so you know, or let's go back and recap, is that the conventional is just like this, pushing down on your knee, keeping everything still. And I want you to just keep holding whatever version you like. You can try the different ones, and we're gonna do about 30 seconds. Kind of talked through most of it. Good, and switch. So again, the conventional is ankle here, sit up tall, push down, feel it in that back hip pocket of the bent leg. And breathe. This one you can push a little more than you would other stretches just because it's big muscles, big joint. When we do our hand and our neck and things like that, we want to be pretty gentle, but these muscles can handle it. Breathing, again, you can put your foot down. You can, if you don't feel a stretch, pull the other direction. And relax, okay? We're gonna alternate that with a chest opener. So we're gonna grab behind and we're gonna open our chest up and bring our hands off of our hips. So it's very important to do that in order. So clasp your hands, roll the shoulders back and open. And I want you to just hold there. You can look up a little bit. Now, if this isn't happening, you can go over to a table or something and just hold here and do that same kind of chest opening like this. Just keep holding and breathing. You can grab onto the back of a chair, whatever it is, but ideally you can get all of this, and then you bring the hands off and that gets a little more stretch. Keep breathing. We're holding for about 30 seconds. And relax. Good. Let's sit back down, figure 4 stretch again. So, ankle on the knee, sit up really tall, push down just a little, just till you feel the stretch. Breathing. Another thing I can say about kind of this stretching time is it's easy to want to like stretch and multitask, be on your phone or something like that. I really like using stretching or this kind of posture work as time to kind of reconnect with my body and think about what I'm feeling as I'm doing it. I do find that I have known people when they're trying to do a motion or do a stretch or something and they're distracted that they end up doing too much and they can actually hurt themselves. Okay, switch sides. So let's be mindful for just this 20-30 minutes of listening to our body and seeing how things feel. You also might be surprised that when you pay attention, the little things you notice. Things like, oh, I didn't realize that I was getting a lot more as I was going, or if I push a little more, I feel a ton more stretch. Or if you're feeling it in the wrong place. If you're feeling the stretch anywhere but in this back hip area, that might not quite be right. You have to kind of adjust around to feel it in the right area. About 5 more seconds here. Breathe, sit up nice and tall. And relax. Okay, stand up, do that chest opener. So again, ideal is grab your hands together, roll the shoulders back and straighten out the arms. Go up higher, hands off the hips if you can. If not, just stay right there. You can look up a little bit. Again, if you can't clasp your hands, just grab onto something behind you. And breathe. You want to think about breathing into the area that you're stretching. So breathe into your chest and the front of your shoulders. If you want a little bit more, you can even roll your palms out. So they're facing behind you. Little multitask stretch. And relax. Whew, let the blood flow come back. Okay, last little bit that we're gonna do here is either using the back of your chair. I'm gonna use the desk here, and we're gonna do some of those squats that we did last time. So hands on the chair or the desk, feet a little bit wider in hip width, and then you want your toes just turned out, maybe like 20 degrees, 20 to 30. It's not quite 45. And then you're just gonna sit your hips back and come back up. So again, remember when we sat into the chair, you're aiming for the back third of the chair. And just keep going up and down. It's okay to let your chest come down a little bit. It doesn't need to be held up tall. This is more about kind of your hips and legs. Another thing is when you sit down like this, you should be able to see your toes over your knees. If your knees are going way too far over your toes and you can't see them, you need to sit your hips back a little bit. I don't care about depth right now. I'm only going maybe a third of the way I can really go. We're just getting the little ones in and making sure to stand up at the top. So you stand up tall at the top, and then I sit into the back of my chair, and then I stand tall. Let's do 2 more. I can see my toes the whole time. Good, okay. Last thing we're gonna do is a little calf raise. So stand back here so you can see. Using my chair, table, whatever. Feet about hip width apart. Toes are straight forward, not turned out. The middle toe is straight forward. And you're just gonna go up onto the balls of your feet and then lower back down under control. We're just gonna go up and down. Getting up as high as you can, but once you kind of get up to the top, just go back down, no need to force it. Again, you wanna think about your big toe and little toe should all be on the ground the whole time, an even weight distribution. So you're not rolling to the inside or outside. Let's do 1 more. Good, okay. We'll just stay right here for our squats. So again, feet a little wider than hip width, toes are turned out just a bit. Holding on, I'm gonna sit my hips back like I'm reaching the back of the chair and come back up. Letting the chest fall just a little bit. I can see my toes the whole time. Feel free to go as low as is comfortable or not. If you feel like right here, I can't really go anymore, that's fine, that's where you are today. And stand up tall at the top. 3 more. Last one. Good. All right, feet now closer together, right under the hips. Toes are pointed straight forward. And let's go up onto the balls of the feet and back down. You can also think about spreading your toes. Up and down. Just keep going up and down at a nice steady pace. Because there's no need for our toes to be kind of condensed together. You can spread them apart, give yourself some nice balance. Getting those heels up high, high, high. Feel that arch a little bit. Good, and relax. All right, guys, that is the end of day 1 of week 3. Great job so far. Keep up the good work. And remember that even if you just get these classes done twice a week, that's great. If you want more, repeat the classes over again. It's not going to be a bad thing to do more of these, honestly. All right, I will see you next class.